Alrighty, hello everyone. Got a big box of Series 2 here today. It's some sort of mega box, I think. It's got 24 packs, which is really good value considering a lot of the blasters have 5 packs these days. And we're going to open it up, hopefully get some good stuff. Yeah, so we're going to open it up. Hope everyone's teams are doing well with free agency. My team's doing quite well. Columbus finally got a star to come to them in free agency. Little guy named Johnny Gaudreau. Everyone's baffled by the move, but I mean, Columbus isn't that bad of a place as much as the analysts may make it sound like it is. Alright, so here's our box. Patty came on the front. Nice Blackhawks jerseys. Patty Klein might not be a Blackhawk much longer, and we got a lot of packs. So, how these packs act, I saw blue dazzlers on the side, so I think you can get some hobby things. I'm going to read the back of the pack quickly. Canvas, Young Guns, 1 in 48, Young Guns 1 in 4. So 1 in 4, logically we should be getting 1, 2, 6. We should be getting 6 Young Guns. Hopefully we can get Cole Sillinger of Columbus, and then some big hits, and Byfield, Sider, Raymond. I know this crop's pretty good, but I actually don't know this crop too well. I haven't looked into it, but I know it is good. You get Day with the Cup, 1 in 2,500. Real great odds. You get Red Dazzler. That's kind of cool. But yeah, we're actually hunting Young Guns. No more of my Dazzler hunting, as I haven't been hunting the Dazzlers this year. But it's actually the first 2021-22 series product I've opened. Packs are nice. I actually like the packs. Alright, let's get going. So, we'll leave the box back here. I like the way it opens. And we're going to open up the first pack. Okay. We have Zach Aston Reeves of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Mike Smith, no longer the Oilers starting goalie. Good for Jack Campbell in that contract. Terry Lehkonen, Stanley Cup champion of the Colorado Avalanche. Kevin Rooney, couldn't tell you anything about him. The Devils before, I didn't know that. Okay. And, it's the OPG inserts. Matthew Phillips, never heard of him. 1 game, 0 goals, 0 anything. Okay, Matthew Phillips. Okay, off to a hot start. Maxime Comtois, I have his young gun. Good player for the Ducks. Jordan Kyrou, good player. Neil Pionk on that lackluster Winnipeg defense. I don't know how I feel about the base cards this year. The little picture on the side, and they're okay. I don't know. We're going to get on to pack 2. So we'll make a insert pile and a base card pile. But as I just mentioned, Colorado won the Stanley Cup, so good for Colorado. Frick Tampa Bay. They made a lot of moves yesterday in free agency. But, I mean, a lot of re-signing. I don't know how they have the cap room for that, but never questioned Tampa's ways. Okay, pack number 2. Ilya Lyubushkin, who was a Maple Leaf, who I thought was great for the Leafs. Great contract player, great defensively. He's now a Buffalo Sabre. Shout out to Brian and his Sabres. That's a great contract there. $2 million. Seattle Kraken. This will be my first ever Seattle Kraken card. Chris Drieger. That's cool. He has not... I don't think he got to play a lot. I thought he was going to be their starting goalie, but then Grubauer happened. Rocco Grimaldi, Nashville Predators. Henry Yukihari, back to the Sabres. And Young Gun, Brendan Duhaime. I've heard his name. I don't think he's great. 24 games, 6 goals, 3 A's. So this is probably like a 4th liner. Not the worst. Not anything great, but, I'll take it. Condition looks okay. Bottom right corner doesn't look amazing, but that's okay. We'll take that. Okay, so Brendan Duhaime. Put in our Young Gun pile. Man, the cards are so slidey. Igor Sharangovich, Quinn Hughes and the Canucks, and Connor Brown. New Washington Capital, traded for a second. Just Sens had to clear some cap room because they've made a ridiculous amount of moves in this offseason. They got DeBrincat, they got Giroux. Ottawa's low-key scary next year. I think Ottawa and Detroit are going to make that Atlantic division all that more complicated. I think the only bad team there, again, will be, unfortunately, your Buffalo Sabres, but that division is just too competitive. Alright, next pack. Dustin Brown, retired on the Kings now. Andrew Mangiapane, he's a great player for the Flames. Travis Sanheim of the Flyers, and Superstar Honor Roll. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of these. Hendrix Lapierre. I'm assuming that's like the rookie version. Yeah, it's a fine insert, but not what we're looking for. Klingberg still has not signed. He's one of the last free agents. Him and Kadri still out there. Phil the Frill. Anze Kopitar in that young Kings team. Brock Nelson. And our boy Patty Laine still has not signed. Still an RFA. Alright, next pack. 3 packs in. I'd say we're doing okay so far. I think I like last year's product more, but I know the depth's better. Like the Young Gun depth's way better in this one. And the quality control seems to be fairly fixed in this. I know Series 1 had a lot of quality control problems. Okay, I'm looking on the side, and the border is yellow of the insert card on this one. I might have spoiled that for myself. I don't know what that could be. Like a Dazzler. I'm not sure who that is, nor am I going to try to pronounce his name. Yanni. Sorry, Devils fans. Radafaska. Chris Tanev. Another on roll. Chris Letang. Back on the Penguins. Jordan Eberle of the Kraken. Zibanejad. David Pastrnak. And Brock Besser, who the Canucks got to a nice contract. 3 years, $6 million. His career would have to go really haywire for that to be a bad deal. I think that is a good deal for the Canucks. Okay, and next pack. Doing alright so far. I mean, can't expect too much, but a few inserts. Young Gun. Decent start so far. Packs are hard to open, I swear. That or I'm just don't have the pack touch. There we go. Matthew Barzal and the Islanders that can't score and probably will still not be able to score without Johnny Gaudreau. Michael Rasmussen, Ethan McKinnon, and the Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. Good for McKinnon. I think he was coming for a while after all those second round exits. Steven Stamkos. And the non-Tampa Bay Stanley Cup champions finally met their match, and rightfully so. And, oh my goodness me, that is a really rare pull. Program of Excellence, Eric Lindros. I gotta check the odds on that. Oh my goodness. Program of Excellence, 1 in 192. So that's like 1 in every 10 boxes of this. That is a really good pull, I think. That's probably like $5, $10 card. That's got to have some value. On the back, yeah, that's a really sick pull. Damn, okay. That's a good pull. We're going to roll with that. White Cloud, Killorn, and Nikita Zaitsev, Leaf Legend. Damn. That was so far the pull of the box. Eric Lindros. Not a super old guy, so I don't know a lot about Lindros. I just know his career was injury riddled and he refused to go to Quebec when he was drafted. Imagine if that happened these days. Speaking of the draft, Shane Wright really fell, shockingly. Slafkovsky went 1, and then New Jersey. Not too surprised they took a D-man, but then I can't believe Arizona passed on him. The Coyotes, right here, Christian Fischer, are like a retirement home, so you think they would take the best player, but I guess they were just more comfortable with Cooley. I don't think they had scouted Shane Wright. Fischer, Chilich, Scott Laughton, TJ Oshie, and got a canvas. Speaking of the Coyotes, Clayton Keller of the Arizona Coyotes. I'm sure he will have, that looks like a man that's happy to play in a college rink next year. Very, very happy. He had a good season, though. Respect to Keller. He's a good player. I like the canvas card, so. Gardner, Leafs legend. Price played 2 games this year. And Lindholm, who I think is a long-term Bruin now, who's little does he realize, I think that team's slowly going to start inching into a rebuild sooner or later. Okay, it's going pretty well so far. Lindholm. Alright. Yeah, this box was a steal, because I know the Blaster's like $30 for 5 packs. This one's like, was 80 something bucks. Canadian, that's pretty good. 24 packs for $80. Esa Lindell, Ilya Samsonov, new Leafs legend. I think the Leafs Matt Murray, Ilya Samsonov tandem is going to blow up massively in their face, but I mean, they're the Leafs, so try anything. Scandella, Lane Peterson in our monochromatic portrait. Gosh, I don't know why UD portraits exist. No one really likes them. Bjorkstrand, Giordano, captain of the Kraken for 40 games. Brendan Carlo, and Checklist. Drysdale and McKinnon. There's your Western Conference final there. Edmonton clearly should not have made it as far as they did. Shame, because I think Calgary probably should have went farther. Edmonton was just heavily carried by McDavid and Draisaitl, who was playing injured, so that makes it more impressive. Okay, next pack. Alright. Jake Muzzin, Leafs legend. I think they're going to move Muzzin eventually with his contract and his injuriness. Jared Anderson Dolan, Pietrangelo, and the Vegas Golden future considerations. Just gave up Pacioretty for free the other day. Another one, Jesper Weatherby. I've never heard of this guy. On the Sharks, I have Peterson and Weatherby, the 2 rookies that no one knows about on the Sharks. Cool. Honestly, these look exactly the same. Any Sharks fans want a UD portrait of these 2, hit me up. Colin Miller, I think he's out of Buffalo, which is a shame because I think he's a good D. Ehlers, Beauvillier, Carlson in his contract. Brutal contract there. I think Carlson's still a good player, but 11 mil, that ain't it. Alright, we're doing alright so far, though we only have 1 young gun, so expecting the young guns to start pouring in sooner or later. We should be getting 6 in the box, and we've opened almost half the box, I think. Ivan Barbashev, Jonas Brodin, Logan Couture, and one more card maybe. Braden McNabb of the Knights, but not Oliver Giroux. I've heard of this guy, but like vaguely. Yeah, San Diego Seagulls. That's the stats on the back. Come on, focus in here. Yeah, so that's not a great one. San Diego, yeah. Okay. I think 2 decent, maybe 4th liners in the NHL, but past that, nothing great. Tyler Mott, Matt Dumba, and Brian Rust of the Penguins decided to keep the gang together. I don't think Chris Letang and Malkin are going to age that well, but gotta keep running it back if you're the Penguins, right? He's brought Ricardo Kell back, but I don't know. I think Pittsburgh is facing a rebuild that they don't want to admit, but they don't want to give up the past. Phil the Thrill, Leafs legend. Still a free agent. I'm curious to see where he ends up. Honestly, would take him on Columbus. Tyson Barrie, horribly defensive player, but good on offense. Trocheck, your newest, I think, New York Ranger. $5 million. Oh, that's a Dazzler. Oops, kind of spoiled that. Damonson Severson and Dylan Larkin Dazzler. I have said I don't like the Dazzler design this year. I still don't. Looks like there's a birthday party going back on in the background, but Larkin looks cool on this one. I just think the players are too small on the Dazzlers this year. But cool. That's a cool Dazzler. Sam Gagner. He was a Blue Jacket legend for a bit. He's had quite the career. Look at that. Oilers for a while, Coyotes, Flyers, Blue Jackets, Canucks, Edmonton, Detroit. A lot of teams. He's a journeyman. Minus 129. He's been on some bad teams, including Detroit. Though, I think Detroit's going to have a good next year. Robin Lehner. Controversial player there. I like Leonard, but that whole situation in Vegas and the goaltending, I think Logan Thompson's going to steal his crease. And Kirby Dach, newest Canadien de Montreal. I don't know what Chicago was doing at the draft. Just giving away players for free. Not for free, but like the DeBrincat trade was horrible. Dach trade wasn't horrible, but like you got to get more for them. I think they're clearly trying to make their team bad. Because I guess he could have got more draft picks, though, but I think they're clearly trying to out-tank Arizona for Bedard. Should be an interesting tank fest. Jason Spezza, now part of the Leafs management. It's a shame that he never won a cup with them. Put a lot of league minimums towards that team and still couldn't get out of the first round for him. Getzlaf, newly retired, great career, maybe Hall of Famer. That's a interesting discussion. Ryan O'Reilly. Marc-Andre Fleury, OPG, I don't know what this is. Maybe update? I'm assuming it's an update or something. Cool. I don't think there's many cards of him on Chicago, so I will take that because now he's on the Wild. It's on there again, which kind of surprised me. I just assumed he was going to go back to Pittsburgh, but we'll take that. Brady Shea. Leon Draisaitl, ridiculous player. Kevin Shattenkirk, forgot he was even on the Ducks. He won that cup in the bubble, and then he took the bag off to the beach. And Matt Duchene, Blue Jackets legend for half a season, and then left. But Johnny Gaudreau came to town, so enough of that narrative of players wanting to leave Columbus. Okay, we really need some young guns. We haven't had a base pack yet, and I'm not sure if you can get base packs in this, but this product, in terms of the way the box is structured, it's pretty good, because it's not retail, but it feels like retail. But the price was pretty decent, considering everything is very priced. Ryan Hartman, Barkov, he was insane. Matthews, also an insane year. And another OPG marquee rookie, Niels Lundqvist. I'm assuming no relation to Henrik Lundqvist, but never have heard of him. Not going to try to pronounce that. Boone Jenner, Blue Jackets legend. Trent Frederick and Cam Talbot fell out. Your newest Ottawa Senator, part of one of 20 million trades that Pierre Dorian made at the deadline. I don't know about that last trade. I think I like Gustafsson, but I don't think Minnesota cares because they got Wallstead coming in the pipeline. They got Fleury to take them over for 2 more years, so they didn't do much on free agency, but I don't think they can because they're dealing with that buyout situation where they don't have much cap room. I was really pissed at Columbus for the first 3 hours of free agency when they signed DeBranson for 4 years, $4 million. That was a horrible contract, but and they got Gaudreau. Mikko Rantanen, great player. Andrew Kopp, I think, is now a Red Wing. Brady Tkachuk, that first line is going to be scary. Giroux, Tkachuk, and what's his name? DeBrincat. Matthew Joseph, I think he's also on Ottawa. So, yeah, Ottawa's going to have a really good team. I mean, they might flop, but I really like Anton Forsberg between the pipes for them. I think he's really underrated as a goalie. Now they got Cam Talbot, too, if worst comes to worst. And Young Gun. Ooh! Let's go! Finally, I rarely pull big cards, but man, that's a massive pull. And the condition on it, I mean, it looks okay. Bottom right corner is not great, but let's go. That's amazing pull. Lucas Raymond. I don't watch a lot of Red Wings, but I mean, everyone's hyped him up all season. He's been amazing. We'll take that. Brendan Hagel, newest member of Tampa. I don't get that. How did Chicago get 2 first-round picks from Tampa for Brendan Hagel? I know it was the deadline. His contract's good. But you can't get more than 1 first-rounder for DeBrincat. Like, DeBrincat's going at his prime. He had 40 goals. Hagel's good, but, like, no way Hagel fetches more than DeBrincat. That doesn't make any sense to me. I just think they're dumping players. Like they're trying to be bad to get Bedard and stuff, or the management doesn't know what they're doing. But I mean, management's doing a better job than Bowman did making that Seth Jones trade. Brutal. And I had a good time to be a Chicago fan. Suzuki, Teddy Bluger. Alright, well, anything else is gravy now. Playing with house money now. Someone once said. Damn, okay. Well, Raymond's big pull. I don't think we're going to get Sider or Cylinder now, but man, Paul Stastny, he's a free agent. He could go somewhere. Hayden Fleury on Seattle. Batherson. Mike Riley. Anton Lundell, I've heard of him. That's a decent young gun. I'll take that. That's not bad. Aaron Ekblad. Shame he's always injured for Florida. Burakovsky. John Larson. I'm not even sure what to think of these Arizona players. It's like such a weird team. Okay. I think we got 6 packs left. Try to speed this up because, I mean, I think we're making decent pace, but what else would I like at this point? I don't know. I'll really take anything. Maybe just not OPG updates. Travis Hamonic. Vladislav Gavrikov, really good D-man that no one knows about because he plays in Columbus, but he's very strong defensively. Him and Gabranson could be a good shutdown pair. Jamie Alexiak. Oh, well, oh my goodness, I just ruined it because the card stuck. Well, okay, so Alexiak, and then red Blue Jackets Dazzler of Cole Cylinder. Look at the Blue Jackets logo on the back. Let's go. That's a ridiculously good pull. I mean, I said I didn't like the Dazzlers this year, but I mean, favorite team, the rookie I wanted, and I don't think I've had a red Dazzler yet, so that is massive pull. Let's go. Matt Nieto, Mikael Grunland, Zeminson Gergensen, Latvian legend. He's been on Buffalo a while. I don't think he has a good contract. And Andreas Anfanasiou, who, if I'm not mistaken, signed a deal with Detroit, but I could be really wrong on that. I'm not sure. Maybe with Chicago. I'm not sure. There's a lot of free agency shenanigans over the last 2 days, but like, that's a great pull to Cylinder. So got Raymond, red Cylinder. What was the Eric Lindros card? POE. That's a good box. Lindell's not bad either. I mean, beauty portraits, OPG, whatever's leave something to be desired, but I'm not gonna complain. It's been really good. Anytime you get one of the top 3 rookies. Raymond's good now, or like is poised to be good. Byfield could either really boom or bust. Okposo, I swear he's been on Buffalo forever now, but I think he's got a lot in his contract. Taves, really interesting to see what they do with him because they could trade him, but is anyone really going to want his contract? I'm not sure how many years are on that, but I don't think Taves and Kane want to be there anymore. I don't think they want to sit through a rebuild. Ryan Strome, I think he went to the Ducks, 5 years, $5 million. I think they're just trying to hit the cap floor. Well, it's a Dazzler, but the card's stuck to the back of Ryan Strome. So we're going to try to unstick it here. Red Dazzler of that guy. Gregio Denskakov. Okay, I've never heard of this guy in my life. Let's read the description. Denskakov made a name for himself with Florida with 4 assists in 3 games. Damn. 5 overtime over the Stars. Wow. Okay, well, cool. Glad I didn't get his young gun. Backlund, Bennett, James Van Riemsdyk, Nugent Hopkins. I heard Philly was trying to move Van Riemsdyk's contract because they were trying to make space for, I think, what was presuming Goudreau, because they bought out Lindblom, which I thought was a bit weird because I thought he was a good player. Lindblom got a good deal with San Jose. A lot of movement over the last few days. Hard to keep up with, but I just know Columbus made a bad deal with Gabranson and a good deal with Goudreau. But, I mean, if Gabranson helped them get Goudreau, it's fine. Robbie Fabry, he's made himself a good name in Detroit. McDonough on Nashville. That's shady what Tampa did. Like, they said they were going to waive him if he didn't, like, accept a trade. Like, I know it's a business, but, like, man. He had, like, a no-trade clause, and then Tampa's just ruthless. But, I mean, Cheater's going to do weird things, eh? Tom Wilson. Torrey Krug. All right, that's a cool canvas. I'll take that. Still a Bruin to me in my mind, but still feels weird him in St. Louis. Duran, I don't think he's been good past few years. Ryan Lindgren and Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators. We're going to have a lot of base cards. 8 times 24. 100 and something. 100. 8 times 24 would be... Quick maths here. As I tried to discover. It's a lot of base cards. That's what I'm going to go with. It's 164. It's like 178 or something. It's a good amount of the base set. I wasn't going to put this base set together, but I mean, I think I stumbled across a good product here. Okay, we need a few more Young Guns, I think. So that's what we're expecting here. No more OPGs. Connor Clifton. Checklist number 2. Let's go. Kucherov and I think that's Ovechkin. Yeah, it's Ovechkin. Kucherov not win the cup this year. Very satisfying. Brendan Sutter. Joel Eriksson Ek. That's a fun hockey name. And Jake Getzel. Canvas. I like my canvases, so I'm okay with that. That looked like a cool goal, but he was playing Buffalo. No offense to Buffalo, but a lot of goals going in them. But I think Buffalo is getting there. It's just all of a sudden, when they look like they have a bright future, their division looks like absolute hell. Lindholm, no longer with Goudreau on his line. I think Calgary is that's an interesting situation now. People are mad he left, but I mean, I'd be mad too. He left money on the table to go to Columbus because that's such a bad thing, according to all of Twitter in the hockey world. I mean, I get it. It's a bit confusing, but like maybe the possibility that Columbus might be a good team, or all the reasons he gave, and there wasn't some backwards. Maybe he just wanted to go there. Lawson Crouse on Arizona. He's good at face-offs. I'm not sure which much out. Arizona's getting the prospects together. Arizona's rebuilding the right way, but also the wrong way. Like, they clearly... Like, I guess that is the right way. But they're intentionally bad, but, I mean... They're getting picks in the process of taking all these bad contracts. PK Subban. Where will he land in free agency? If I was to guess... Do Montreal. I'd like to see him return to Montreal. That'd be really cool. It's like a third line D for them. Matthew McNevin, Matt Murray, Leafs legend. That's going to be interesting. I think that trade was horrible. Ottawa fleeced them with the future considerations. Like, I don't know. And this guy again, just got his young gun like 10 minutes ago. Binot, Oliver, Gualox, cool OPG card. No value, unfortunately, but Jamie Benn, Jacob Markstrom, Pavel Zacha, Dylan Larkin on the Red Wings, who I think are going to be... it's tough, that Atlantic, because you got Toronto, Florida, Tampa, Boston, who are always good. But now you're going to have Ottawa and Detroit stepping into the picture. And I mean, it would be easy to write off Montreal, but like, you never know if they return to form. Like, all their guys had, all of them, like Gallagher, Petrie, like, they all had horrendous years last year. So, like, if they get some good production, they could make a run at it too. Well, it's a marquee rookie thingy again. We just saw it. We'll go quick. Alexander Barabanov, Leafs legend. Jesper Fast. Jonas Korpisalo. 86 saves on August the something against Tampa. Blue Jackets legend. Zach Parise, Islanders retro. I forgot he was in on the Islanders. Oh, this is cool. Look at the back. He's had a long career. Probably can't see that, but Devils Wild. Then got bought out. Oliver Wahlstrom, Sean Couturier, Dmitry Orlov, Ilya Mikheyev, who is now on the Canucks, who thought he got a generous deal, 4.75. I think he's good, but he's never really proved himself to be amazing. But I mean, the Canucks have a history of bad contracts, but I think that's a good deal for both parties. I like Mikheyev. Oh, still 4 packs left. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I watch a lot of Leafs games because I live in the Toronto area, so I know the Leafs pretty well. Armia, Taylor Hall, Patrick Kane, and I don't think he's going to be a Blackhawk much longer. Maybe Calgary will go ahead and get him. That'll be cool. Nick Cousins, young gun, Arizona goalie, not the Czech guy that I want. What's his name? Carl Vejmelkin. He's great. I don't know who this is. Ivan Profstasi or something. He probably played for Tucson if I was to guess. But Cool. Join the party. Frank Vatrano, Max Pacioretty, your newest Hurricane, and Barrett Hayton of the Coyotes. We're getting a lot of Coyote cards. Do love Arizona, the kind of the league joke, but they had a decent season. Their end of the season, they took Dallas to like a shootout in that final game where Vegas was still alive to make it interesting, and then they had like a 4-goal comeback against Nashville, which forced Nashville into the second wild card on the final night. That was amazing because that basically sewered Nashville's season because playing Colorado and playing Calgary is like night because the Stars took them to 7. Nashville never stood a chance against Colorado. They might have had a chance. So like technically Arizona eliminated Calgary. They almost totally screwed Dallas. If they could have beat them in regulation, they had a 3-goal comeback there too. It's just ironic. It's always Arizona being the spoiler. Pavelski, Quick, Sorokin, Alexander Tetsier, Frenchman, Jacob Peterson, cool, on Dallas. He's Swedish or something. I don't know. European prospect. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe not. I don't know. Tyson Jost, Braden Point, Rope Hintz. Coming down to it here. I feel like I've opened way too many packs, but gotta do it in one fellow's swoop. Okay, Chris Letang, Dylan Dubé, Anthony Duclair, Matthew. Wait a second. I guess it's not the same card, but I now have a blue Matthew Phillips and a regular Matthew Phillips, and the guy is a total nobody. I guess I can't say quality control there because it is a different card, but that's kind of stupid. Mark Stahl on the Panthers, him and Eric Stahl both signed there. Eric's on a POT, but Teravainen, McLeod, Wayne the Freight Train of your Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, the Maple Leafs. Wayne's like 4th-line scratch some nights in the playoffs, too. Okay, that's it for the box. The box is empty. The box did a great job. I'm going to close that up. Okay, last pack. How many youngers do I think we even have 6? I don't know, we got Raymond, so who really cares? I'm expecting probably a UD portrait or something. That seems alright. We only have 2 of those, or an honor roll. Or base pack, but I don't think we can get base packs from what I've told. Nino Ratter, Romanov, newest Islander, Ricard Raquel, son of the Penguins, and it's Michael Hauser. It's not even Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Marquee rookie. Alright. Alex Ovechkin, Colton Parayko,